Welcome back to Solynod Hex, everyone. Today we are holding session number 527, and today's session is sponsored by our generous patrons and donors. Thank you very much, patrons and donors, for your generous pledges and donations. We wouldn't have dynamic lighting and premium tokens without you, premium assets. And then players at this time, if you haven't already done so, go ahead and add 527 points to your player character as a reward for showing up on time. And when last we left the Order of the Superior Star, they were in the vast ocean at Brecken Island, resolving a conflict because some deep ones and some nasty Shoggoths showed up and started killing the Marines, and now the Marines are left without a chain of command, as all their commanders have been slain. They have one NCO left, a corporal. So, and then the rest of them are privates, so highly untrained other than in fighting and medical skills, and some small group tactics training, and that's about it. So yeah, they largely are kind of leaderless right now, other than that lucky corporal who has survived so far. And we were mid-combat with these Shoggoth and Deep Ones. And I can't remember if we were... So I think we had just had Lily's turn. Lily, do you recall if you had had your turn yet?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
I
you can
don't think
go
so
ahead.
either.
You can go ahead and take your turn. Let's see, Lily. Where is? Okay, so Lily's right here on this little island out here. And I think you're encumbered, so when you swim, you would just kind of sink like a rock because you're carrying. I think it's because you're carrying so much gold in your backpack. You're just that rich.
Yep. Where is the chute?
Let's see. So, according to this, you're carrying 58 pounds. And your weight allowance is 45 pounds. So yeah, you're over encumbered by about 13 pounds. Your speed is 8 though. It's only cut down by 1/3. Alright, so looks like you might have rolled for your Chokuno crossbow, the magazine-fed crossbow.
Yes.
And then, so you have targets. There's one here, and then there's a few on the beach behind the wall that you can't really see right now. So if you were to shoot at these ones, you would be shooting blind, which is a -4 penalty. It's almost like making a called shot to these. And then this Shoggoth over here is in melee with both Shinzo and the X-Ray. So if you don't roll a called shot against it, if you choose that as your target, you risk hitting either Shinzo or the X-Ray.
I'll hold my shot till next round.
Okay. So next up is a deep one, and this one is going to turn around and start slaying Marines. It's going to run up to this guy right over here. And slash at him with its left claw. Doesn't look like it has any token markers, so no penalties that I know of. And that Marine is shieldless, so 10 versus AC 10 is a hit. It will cause 3 damage and actually kill that Marine. So there is a loud scream. As that Marine drops dead on the beach just outside the tent. And then this deep one has some movement left. So it will move up directly over the dead Marine it has just slain, and then use its right claw against the next Marine. That is a confirmed crit, unfortunately, killing that Marine in 1 hit. He screams as he drops to the ground, just inside the tent. And the deep one takes 1 more step, and then tries to bite the that cleric. Oh, you know what? They don't have a bite. They just have left and right claws, and sometimes they have weapons. But it does step up to that cleric. And then the next deep one is going to follow suit, come into the tent, and attack the cleric. So left claw against that cleric, and the cleric is wearing you know what, yeah, cleric is wearing, looks like, might be full plate actually. Let me check the ACs. Okay, he has shield proficiency. He's using a medium shield, and he's using field plate. So yeah, that's why his AC is so low. So he seems to be pretty skilled at moving that shield around, and you know, just barely blocks. Oh no, he actually is using turtle AC. So 7 versus AC -1 is a miss. So there is a loud clang. What's that? A gong. As that attack sort of bounces off his shield, and then the deep one attacks again with its right claw against turtle AC. -2 actually hits him, and he takes 3 damage as a result. And then next up is Airdrin.
So Airdrin will use his Featherfoot to move near the back of the ship, and then he will take careful aim. And dang it! I thought I'd get into medium range, but nope. He's gonna have to take a long range called shot at the Shanga.
Yeah, 32 squares with his flintlock musket. Yep, it's just outside of medium range by 2 squares. So you do get your stealth bonus, but no backstab against the Shoggoth because it just doesn't have a backbone. And of course the Shoggoth is shieldless, so there is a loud report from the deck of the ship as Airdrin fires his long rifle at the Shoggoth, hitting a -3 versus AC 1, which is a hit, causing 4 damage. Alright, so -4, enter. And then one of the IMC Musketeers. Looks like he might be... Okay, so this one I think is fleeing. So he just kind of comes back here, hops over this back wall, and jumps into the water. So that's 7 squares, and then tries to flee. Gets to the edge of the map, almost to the edge. One more square and he will escape, but not till next round. Next up is St. Luther.
Alright, I'll have to move his skill up, but St. Luther is going to try to begin to swim back towards the main island.
Okay. Ooh!
Ugh. So that's half movement, I guess? Was that how it works? Instead of his full move?
Yes. Yep. Yeah, during combat it's going to be round by round. So he's just kind of hampered by waves. Maybe he gets some water into his lungs and has to cough it up before advancing. Okay, next up is another IMC Musketeer. And this one is rolling. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to roll morale for these guys. So here's morale for the Musketeer. And he keeps on fighting. So looks like this one, this deep one right here, is not in a melee. So he's gonna shoot at that one. So that's 11 squares. Pretty sure that's gonna be short range. Yeah, for his flintlock, that is definitely short range. And I'm going to give him a height advantage. And that's about it. Alright, so that deep one is shieldless, so AC 3 versus AC 3 is a hit. Deep ones are medium. So there is a loud gunshot, and that deep one is going to take 12 damage from that gunshot. And the Musketeer is going to now move. He gets 12 squares of movement as he is a specialist with that weapon. And he's going to come over here. Alright, next up is a further IMC Musketeer, so he's going to roll morale. And he makes it as well, so he's going to shoot at the same one. And I'm sure that is even closer range than the last guy, so he's going to have height advantage. Alright, that is a confirmed... No, it's not. 0 versus AC 3 is not a confirmed crit. You have to beat your AC, their AC by 5. But it does actually more damage because of that 11 damage to that deep one. And the deep one falls and dies. -11 enter. Just right there on the beach. And next up is Thelina.
Thelina is casting Magnificent Mansion still.
That's right. Okay. And next up is a Musketeer. This is one of the ones that's fleeing on the backside of the island, so he escapes. Just kind of swims out to sea. Next up is Shoggoth. Wow, his choice of targets is pretty slim. Looks like he's gonna take out 2 of Shinzo's stone skin charges. So it forms like a couple of hammers or something, and strikes at Shinzo twice, breaking 2 of his stone skin charges.
Well, that's just inconsiderate.
Yes, indeedy.
That's what before, though, when a big motherfucker comes up to you.
Yeah. You can see its myriad mouths are hungrily like licking their lips and stuff, and its myriad eyes looking at you. Okay, next up is another musketeer. You know, it's a hard target, but he's going to go after the deep one that's right next to Moen with a called shot. So attack, flintlock, and height advantage, and a -4 to hit. Alright, that deep one is shieldless. 13 versus AC3 is a miss. Next up is Gargamond.
Alright, having dispatched the deep ones that swam towards us over here, he is going to begin swimming towards the island as well.
Alright.
He is a stronger swimmer than Luther.
Oh yeah. And then one of the IMC Musketeers. Okay, he rolls for morale. And fails. So he abandons his post and he's like, Run for your lives! And slides down this ladder back here. You guys can't really see. 2 squares. And then comes out to here, runs around the big tower. I think sliding down that ladder is going to take a square off of his movement. So he nearly makes it to the back wall. Next up is the Corporal, the last NCO. And he will roll morale. And he fights on, so he's being brave. He is going to use his flintlock carbine. The range on that is slightly different. It goes up to 10 squares short range. So it's able to get that, or he's able to shoot at that deep one at short range, higher ground with a called shot, so as not to risk shooting Mad Moen. So higher ground and -4. And it's shieldless, but again, 13 versus AC3 is a miss. And then the next Musketeer is one of these guys that has failed already. So he is kind of stuck outside the fort. He's going to try to I think that's supposed to be a door. Yeah, I think that's supposed to be a door. He's going to try to hop up and over the door with a climb check. So I just want to make sure he has a climb score. And he does. Okay. So 3 skill checks, climb walls. It's gonna be not vertical wall wear, so I'm gonna say abundant handholds. And then they're wearing like leather armor. Conditions here are actually dry, and I'm not gonna give him a modifier. He does sling his rifle though, so he can use his hands. And he's able to get up and over that wall at a penalty of 2 moves, so that's 2. So he gets to go 11, 9, 10, 11. So he's about 2 squares ahead of that last guy. Next up is Tinsy.
Tenzi will use this to spring down and move 6 squares. Land on his butt and try to do an instant stand.
And instant stand. Does he still have tumbling?
He does have tumbling too, yeah.
Okay. Alright, so he's able to get back up instantly without penalizing his movement rate.
Yep, that's where he'll end, right there.
Okay. And next up is Ashriel.
Asheville will fly over to this other. Oh, I can't get over the wall. He's gonna fly over to the other Shoggoth. Okay. And this one is only 10 feet off of the ground.
Yeah.
So he'll go down. I think he'll have to go down slightly.
5 feet, I think, because it's 10 feet per staircase square, and there's only one staircase square off the beach, which would be essentially sea level. So his altitude is about 5 feet. And then I think they're 15 feet tall. Shoggoths are... Oh wow, his stat block disappeared. Great.
Uh-oh.
Let's see. I got the books in a share folder here. Second. No, that's first edition. AD&D first. Deities and demigods. We'll just close this. And whoops. Alright. So find Shoggoth. Size L, 15 feet tall. So the top of the Shoggoth is at 20 feet. So as long as you're 20 feet or higher, you'll be able to get the higher ground.
All right, I'll put him at 25 then. And attack with the katana in both hands.
And it is shieldless, so -8 definitely beats AC 1. And you cause 17 damage to that Shoggoth. Any other attacks?
Nope. Nope, that's it.
Alright. Okay, Mad Moen.
All right, attack this deep one that's been getting a hurting.
Alright. So shieldless, -8 hits, and you cause 16 damage. Killing that deep one. Go ahead and describe how you do so.
So Mad Moen, kind of looking at the arena, kind of comes and slices the deep one, and as he does, he kind of uses the momentum to continue his movement, and he comes towards the back of these two deep ones in the tent with the priest.
All right. And Lily, your multiple attack.
Yeah, would Shoggoth be cold shot still? I think so.
Yeah. So there's actually 3 people in melee with the Shoggoth now instead of 2. So your chances just got worse.
Oh
boy. If you don't use a cold shot, that is.
Well, okay. So I guess I'll shoot this one. Shoggoth here, the one that's in melee.
All right, and then is that a cold shot?
How do I do that?
So when it asks for a miscellaneous modifier to your hit roll, you just type in -4 and then hit enter.
Would that be a long range or extreme long range?
Well, you don't have extreme long range because that's for specialists only.
Right.
So from you to there, it is 18 squares.
All right.
And your crossbow has medium range of 20 or less, so it's going to be medium range. And then just be sure to put that -4 to hit in for the miscellaneous attack roll modifier.
And it looks like I'm +2 as well, because I think you had recitation last session on you.
Oh, yeah, so that's going to mitigate that -4 down to -2.
I already got the -4.
So go ahead and roll again, and you put in -2. Sorry, I didn't notice that you were marked for the recitation spell. And of course, this time just give yourself a -2 to hit instead of a -4.
I already did it.
Okay.
Didn't roll yet.
Let's see if I can do it here.
If it did it really fast, it sometimes is weird.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Yep.
All right. So shieldless 11 versus AC 1 is a miss, and then you get a second shot because you were holding your first shot from earlier. So you can go ahead and shoot again. And then this is going to be also, -2 to hit. Same adjustment as before. All right. Wow, again 11.
Whiff.
Yep. 11 versus AC 1, so 2 misses. All right. And Tenzi.
Now that I zoomed in, I see that Tenzi has a pile of poop on him, so I got to move him back.
Oh, he rolled a 1.
Yeah, I must have. I didn't remember, but when I zoomed in, I saw it, so
Okay.
I'm just moving back, and he's done.
Yeah, because he was first in the round. Okay. So, was anyone waiting for anything? All right, so we're now in initiative phase. And just real quick, I'm going to roll morale for these 2 deep ones that I moved earlier because I forgot to roll morale for them. So this one fails, and this one passes. And then I must have moved this guy last session. Yeah, I did. Okay. So I only have 4 combatants left, so I'm just gonna roll initiative for them, I guess. And I'm just gonna step away just for a second. I gotta grab some pizza. Be right back. All right, is anyone still rolling? All right, I'll take that as a no.
What about me?
It won't. You said it won't let you roll initiative.
I said, what about me?
What about you? Are you still rolling?
Well, she wasn't in the battle last time.
Oh, you weren't here last week. That's right. Okay, so I'll place your token up on the deck of the ship.
Thanks.
Yep. See the Order Superior Star, Mystique. So now you're in your element. So you emerge from below decks, and you're on the deck of the ship. One Eye's pirate ship, and you can see him up on the next level from you. So there's like a staircase leading up